it's Angela. I have some tips for your shoulder mounts. Shoulder mounting is one of those things that everybody can't wait to do, but they struggle for a long time trying to get it. The biggest thing with the shoulder mount to think about is where your push and pull is. And what you're trying to do on the shoulder mount is you're pushing your back into the pole as you're pulling that pole over your shoulder, like you're trying to bend that pole right over your shoulder. So when you're pulling on that pole and pushing your back into it, that creates that lock. So I'm on my right shoulder here. I want to put that shoulder on the pole. My right hand, because I'm on the right shoulder, that right hand is going to be low, thumbs down. The opposite hand is going to go on top of that. And we want to have the fingers and thumbs wrapped around. Now there's several different grips you can use with various shoulder mount techniques, but I'm talking about the cup grip here. So fingers and thumbs wrapped around. Shoulder you're on, that hand is low. You want the arms to be, kind of think of a 90-degree position. So I'm going to keep the hands low so that I can squeeze those elbows together. I want them squeezing, and then I'm driving the elbows towards the floor. Think of, again, you're bending that pole over your shoulder. So as I pull on that pole and push my back into the pole, my back rounds. And the idea is to create that whole tuck in that pelvis, that rounded tucked ball, and that's going to eventually push you up into your shoulder mount. So I'm squeezing the elbows together, I'm pulling on that pole, driving the elbows to the floor, pushing my back into the pole, rounding and tucking the pelvis. So this positioning is what's going to help bring you up. So you need a real strong tuck and tilt. So a real strong tuck in that pelvis, core nice and tight, that's going to help lift you up. But before you ever even get there, you've got to create that lock. So typically what I see when people start out is that their hands are too high, so when they try to lift their feet off the floor, they sink, okay? And that's going to pull on your shoulders and put you at risk for injury. So again, you want the hands low. You're creating that push into the pole before you even start. Your head's dropped to the opposite side, elbows are tight. So again, I push my back into the pole, pull that pole over those shoulders, and I'm trying to create that tuck. So you can start with one leg, squeezing the elbows together. Again, trying to just float that other toe off the floor. All right, because that tuck in that pelvis and creating that ball is what it's going to help eventually get you up. So that's one part. A couple drills that I like to play with, a chest pop. So you want to imagine a string attached to your rib cage that's going to lift you up to the ceiling this way so that chest pops up. So again, I'm in that cup grip, elbows tight together, pushing my back in. I like to have people start on their tippy toes. That makes everything already tight, so you're ready to go. Muscles should be tight down to your little itty bitty toe. Squeeze the elbows, you're popping that chest, that string is lifting you off the floor. Don't jump, lift with that string, imagine it. So those chest pops. The other one is the prance. Now I like to just think of a very slow, easy prance. We don't want to kick and swing, because what happens is that pulls our body away from the pole and we lose that push point that we had with that shoulder. So I want to, again, squeeze the elbows together, drive the elbows towards the floor, push my back into the pole, and I'm going to take one leg and lift, that tucks that pelvis, then the other one is going to meet it, and then I'm going to come down. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a prance. Don't swing into it, it's just an easy lift. Lift the foot, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, if I swing, I end up coming off the pole and I lose that. So I want to stay good and strong. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? The other thing that happens there is that when you're there floating with the legs out, that tuck in that pelvis starts. Once you're able to hold that, that's going to glide you and guide you up into your shoulder mount. So there's chest pops. All right, practicing the tuck of the pelvis, and then the prance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Creating that push and pull. All of of those drills together, and again, one on each side, of course, will help you get to that shoulder mount goal.